Good morning, everyone of our nation. Today, I am in life to say something as social responsibility for the ongoing crisis of Manipur, about the communal and community-based violence, which is now a serious topic of discussion and international issue of our country. My responsibility to express something which goes to help to return peace in Manipur, so that general people who are innocent people and simple living people may take an opportunity to save their life and starting their normal life in peace in Manipur and neighbor states of India. When their communal conflicts started, every community must promise to return for peace and must think for sake of humanity and brotherhoodness. Myself, being a Vishnupiya Manipuri community of Borak Valley, is also thinking about my community and my forefathers' land, Manipur, and people who are suffering for this violence. I request all Manipuris means not only Meitei, there are Kukis, there are Vishnupriyas, and there are many communities, Bengali, Muslims, and Hindustani also are living in Manipur. Once violence started, it not only affects one or two communities, but affect all the communities living within the territory, and that goes to other states, and some problem creators took opportunity to misguide people through communal sentiments, is dangerous for smooth running of a democratic country like India, where multiple language speakers, religions practitioners, and multiple customs, religions are living together with the force of Indian constitutional frame of justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Our Indian constitution safeguards us through its fundamental ideologies and principles of brotherhoodness, secularism, justice, liberty, etc. When some conflicts started, we have to come out from our communal and community sentiment, and we have to surrender ourselves to Indian Constitution. Our Indian Constitution is the Bible, is the Gita, is the Quran of our society. We practice religion to establish peace, harmony. Religion is not an observation of hatred and violence. Religion is always goes to establish peace, humanity, and brotherhoodness. Our constitution, I pray, I salute my constitution, which saved us through its preamble, where we promise that India is a secular democratic republic state. So whenever 2 or 3 communities started their communal demands and conflicts, we have to bow down our heads to the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives for the sovereignty of our country, and for their sacrifice we have been gifted a country which is secular, which is given us many opportunities to develop our humanity, develop our culture, language, religion, etc. So I request all Indians to guide our people through the ideology of our sacrifice of our freedom fighters. So I have always following the updates of Manipur and neighbor situations, and I have been suffering for the people who are innocent, who are suffering from poverty, their livelihoodsness, and they are not in a position of any political or social establishment. These poverty people, these ignorant people, these innocent people should not be suffer for any ideology or for any political or social conflicts. Being a Vishnupiya Manipuri, a very micro community in India, which is declared an endangered language in UNESCO. Our forefathers and our history said that we are belong to Manipuri. But since before Sipai movement, 1857, before 1857, there was a conflict started in Manipur, and Vishnupiyas are compelled to leave Manipur and settled in Barak Valley, now in Sylhet, Tripura, mainly in Tripura, Barak Valley of Assam and Bangladesh. This micro community, according to history, we are living in Manipur based on the Loktak. Therefore, it is called Loktak civilization in Vishnupur, this capital of Vishnupur. Most of the Vishnupiyas are also living there, adopting the Meitei language. They have forgotten their mother tongue, Vishnupiya Manipuri language. The Vishnupiya Manipuris living in Barak Valley, Tripura and Assam, now spread in numerous states of India and also in globe. They can protect their civilization, Manipuri culture, Manipuri customs, and also save their mother tongue and established their mother tongue as Vishnupiya Manipuri in Assam, Manipur and Bangladesh. Through a long process of Ahimsa Andolan, non-violence, and in spite of half decades of movement since independence, there was not a single violence in the society. And sacrifice of Shohid Sudeshna, the language movement, this language is accepted and adopted and introduced as mother tongue in Assam, Tripura. Now we have no objection from Meitei sides to identify us as Manipuri. Actually, we cannot identify ourselves as Meitei because Meitei is a language. Vishnupiya is also a language. The Meitei is not a community, it is a language. Vishnupiya is a community. Manipuri is a language. Manipuri is a community. These two communities are divided, and one is Meitei and another is Vishnupiya. Meiteinization started in Manipur, and Vishnupiya Manipuris are the Aryan community. It is based on Sanskrit language, and like as Bengali, Uriya, Vishnupiya Manipuri and Assamese language was the common language of Vishnupiya Manipuri, Assamese, Bengali and Uriya. There we are speaking Magadhi Prakrit before the modern Indian languages, before 11th century. Modern Indian languages started in 11th century. Before 11th century, there was no modern Indian languages like Bengali, Assamese, Uriya, Vishnupiya, Manipuri, Hindi, etc. There was only 4 languages. One is Magadhi, another is Sauraseni, Maharashtri and Poisasi language. Their literary language was Sanskrit, and before Sanskrit it was Vedic language. From Vedic language to Sanskrit language, and in the development of Magadhi Prakrit language in Northeast India, Bengali language, Assamese language, Oriya language, Vishnupiya Manipuri language identify themselves as their mother tongue. So, Vishnupiya Manipuri language and in anthropological size, physical appearance are also same as Assamese, Oriya, Bengali and Vishnupiya Manipuris. They are culturally same, religion same, and their language is also same. But Meitei language is completely different from Sanskrit language. It is Tibeto-Burmese language, and their physical appearance are also different. Most of the community could not identify and differentiate this community. As per history, we Vishnupiya Manipuris identify ourselves and proud ourselves in the word Manipur and Manipuri. Therefore, our capital name of Manipur was Vishnupur. Imphal is the latest name of capital of Manipur. But at the time of Bhagyachandra Maharaj, at the time since the history, we see that Vishnupur, that is now it is called Bishanpur, is the capital of Manipur. The Vishnupiya Manipuris are the descendants of Arjuna and the son Babruvahana. This is from history. Therefore, the development of culture, religion of Manipur was Aryanization culture, religion in Manipur, which was preserved by our Vishnupiya Manipuris in Manipur. Later on, accordingly, as for Assam, most of the communities gathered in Assam, and the name Assam is settled by the large number of communities, and therefore in Manipur also there are lands of Khumel, Moirang, Angong, Luang, Mangang. So many lands started, and in every Manipuri there is a Gutra as Hindu culture. In Hindu of Bengali, Oriya, Hindustani, every Gujarati, Marathi, Rajasthani, there must be a Gutra of every Hindu identity. As for in Manipur also, we have a Gutra. These Gutras are, that is called Rishi, descendants of Rishis, Rishiputra. The Hindus are called Rishiputra. As like that, in our community also, everybody's are Rishiputra. Mudgalla Rishi, Atriya Rishi, from Mudgal Rishi, it developed Madhuvilla, Atrimuni, Atrayo, like this, Bharadhaja, Sandella. These are available in our community. So, with the community, Vishnupiya Manipuri micro community, micro means very micro community. If we go to the history of Vishnupiya Manipuri, we have no conflict with our neighboring Bengali community, our neighboring Meitei community, Kuki community, Muslim community, Bihari community. Vishnupiya Manipuris are living in various areas. We have no any communal conflict with our neighboring communities, because everybody loves our Vishnupiya Manipuri community, because our community is always engaged in religious performances and cultural performances. We Vishnupiya Manipuris always perform Rasolila, Rakal Lila, Kupakusei, Joydev, many cultural activities of Manipuri cultures, and we are living among our identity, our existence is developed with all these cultural activities. So we have no any political conflicts, religious conflicts with any other communities. So, our identity is Manipuri. So, in Manipur conflict, we are facing some problems because of the identity Manipuri. Manipuri, there are two types. One is Vishnupiya and another is Meitei. This fight is and demand is, this conflict started with the demand of inclusion of ST in Manipuri state for the Meitei communities. It is not the demand of Vishnupiya Manipuri communities. Vishnupiya Manipuri communities never identified themselves as scheduled tribes. They identify themselves as Aryans and Kshatriyas of community. As per economic census of the community, some Gwala, some Bengali, some Hindustani communities, Assamese communities are including in OBC community. Like that, Vishnupiya Manipuris are also included in OBC community. Our community is satisfied with this identification. So, in this conflict, some organizations are announcing that they should leave our state, and some organization of Barak Valley also stated that your community should leave Barak Valley. In this conflict, we are not going to conflict and going to start any communal fight with other communities. We have our cultural, religious and social status and identity that we are lover of non-violence. We love peace. We love no communal and conflict with others communities. We are suffering. We are thinking about our motherland, Manipur. Because we are Manipuri, when Manipur civilization is in crisis, when Manipur is in crisis, we must suffer. But it doesn't mean that we should take part of any, to fight with Kukis, Nagas and other tribal peoples living in Manipur or against Meitei community. We appeal all Manipuris. Manipuris doesn't mean that only Vishnupiya and Meiteis are Manipuris. People, one who shelter and resides in Manipur are Manipuris. Now we are not Manipuri, we are Assamese because we are living in Assam. Assam was our ancient identity, Pragjotishpur. Now we are living in Assam, we are Assamese. One who is living in Tripura are Tripurian. One who is living in Bangladesh are Bangladeshi. So, it doesn't mean that we are living in Assam, that we love Manipur, not Assam. It doesn't mean. We are living in Assam. Assam is our motherland because Manipur, Tripura, 76 sisters are based on one identity. So, when a community of Northeast will fight one and another, it will be lost of all Northeast. So, every community, Assamese, Bengali, Hindustani living in Northeast must shelter one community to another in this dangerous situation. So, there should not be any communal or there should not be hatred, mind be created among us so that we and our generation suffer for that. Whenever a dangerous situation and hatred situation created, it will last for a long time. So, love for others, love for other communities must be maintained. Like for example, in our Patharkandi, we have numerous communities in our village, nearby village and GP. There are 5 to 6 communities of Tripurians. Tripura, Madhumangal Tripura, Rabindra Tripura. There are 7 to 10 families are in our GP. They are part and parcel of Vishnupiya Manipuri community. They adopted our culture, our customs, our religions. Nearby there are Meitei village. They also accepted our cultural religions. We are united. In South Karimganj of Karimganj district, there are some Kuki families. They adopted our culture, our religion, our Brahmins, our religious teams. This is called Isalpa and Dakula, Drumar, and singers, religious singers, always going to Cookie's families, and they also united with us and perform religious performances. In Patharkandi, there are large number of ST people living in the GP of Balipipla. Nearby Manipuris and Manipuri village and Kuki tribal villages are attached to them. They have brotherhoodness, they have love, they have traditional feelings of brotherhoodness there. We should the conflict of other states should not be influenced in these areas, so that our historical tradition be broken. So I request all of the communities that we the Vishnupiya Manipuris are not involved in this movement, because it is a demand of inclusion of Meitei as ST community, not Vishnupiya Manipuris as ST community. We never took any part to attack one community to another. We only suggest and we only pray to God that Manipur is a land of religion where Shiva and Parvati dances in Loktak of Manipur and established a great Manipuri dance culture there. Bhagyachandra Maharaja of Manipur introduced and established Rasolila there, and during the period of Rupa Paramananda Dharma Chakraborty, Bhagyachandra Maharaj adopted Gauriya Vaishnavism in Manipur, and Manipur state was declared a Gauriya Vaishnava state. Since then, with the Vishnupiya Manipuris all over the world, and some Manipuri communities also accepted Gauriya Vaishnavism, that is the love of nature, love of people, Harinam Sankirtan, and irrespective of caste and religions, only the love of human society, love of Krishna and a divine life, and is the only civilization and only way of peace of life of our community. So, if we are Gauriya Vaishnava of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we should not go to any way of violence. Gauranga Mahaprabhu was the founder of Ahimsa, and the movement which Gauranga Mahaprabhu started is non-violence movement to establish Harinam Sankirtan and Hindu religion in place of Islamic religions ruled by Hussain Shah in Bengal. Gauranga Mahaprabhu never took part of any non-violence way. He only gathered people and changed the mind of the people in religious activities. Human society always develop, and this hatredness, non-violence can be solved through observation of and practices of religion. This is the only way which Gauranga Mahaprabhu established in Manipur and gifted a great culture in Manipur by adopting Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Gaudiya Vaishnavism by Rupa Paramananda Dharma Chakravarti in Manipur. And the future, the Kirtana established by Narottam Thakur followed these religious performances. Manipuri peoples given up to eat meat that is given up himsa, hatred, and they became Vaishnava and they started to love each other. That is our principle, that is our way of life. So I request all of us to follow our religion, follow our Vaishnava religion, which is only way to establish the peace and prosperity in Manipur. Hare Krishna. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kachchid dukham bhavet. Uttering the Upanishadic word, sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, give up this way of hatred and adopt the way of our culture of Manipur, which is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino, all be happy. Sarve Santu Niramaya, all should be free from any mental, physical, and religious disease. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, everybody should see noble things, noble thought, noble things. This is the only way of solution. Everybody should be free from any worries, sufferings. So I request all to accept this way of life. Hare Krishna. I have my responsibility to something, so I appeal all like this. Hare Krishna. I now conclude my approach. Namaskar.